Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to show you guys one of my closest attacks in a long while. Maybe even overall, like I don't even know. Like this attack was insanely close. And I'm attacking a legend, this freaking annoying ring base, which I think everyone who's playing Queen Charge Hybrid out there knows and freaking hates, because those ring bases are annoying as hell to attack, especially if you don't have any blimp with you. That's like the worst. But I want to show you guys a bit more about how this attack went down, because I already posted the screenshot of the finish, or of 1 second before the finish on Insta, and you guys were going crazy about the predictions. So I want to kind of show you guys how the attack actually ended, because well, it was a really close one. So let's take a look. So the beginning so far went okay, I guess. Like, we used a lot of super wall breakers to get in there. Now the king is getting onto my queen, so I have to use the headhunter and everything. So far everything is looking alright. But now we're getting into the part where this base is freaking annoying. And I'm talking about the pathing in the core. The kind of problem with this base is the pathing into the town hall. And even if you get a couple of hybrid troops into the town hall, the next problem kind of is to get the town hall, because all of the spring traps are around the town hall. So even if you get a couple of hawks or miners or whatever into the town hall, they will die, like 1%. Like, take a look, for example, there's going to be a group of miners in 1 second going for the town hall. And, well, they're not making it that far because of, once again, spring traps. It's super freaking annoying. This base is insane. It's so annoying. And you guys can already see what the result might look like. You all know it, the 99%. I think I'm a god in this, but this is not the 99% which you would like to see. And at this point, you might think already, okay, this is an easy 3-star. But take a look, the miners are coming to the tunnel, and once again, a freaking stupid spring trap is hitting everything, and now it's a 1 versus 1. And that's kind of the screenshot which I took and posted to Insta. So now it's up to you. What do you think? 3-star or 99% 1-star? Let me know. And now we see the result. The king is being the MV freaking P in the last second. It was so insanely close. I was so happy. But either way, I want to talk about today a bit more about Queen Charge Hybrid in general, because I feel like we already touched on many different strategies over this kind of like strategy series which I'm doing right now. But we have not talked about Queen Charge Hybrid. And first off, I thought, okay, Queen Charge Hybrid is not that easy anymore, so people will kind of step away from Queen Charge Hybrid. But seeing my defense log in Legend and seeing all of the attacks in there, it's to me crazy, because I feel like Queen Charge Hybrid is maybe even the second most strategy right now in Legend, which is crazy to me, because I don't know, maybe I'm just bad, but I really struggle at the moment with Queen Charge Hybrid in Legend. So I wanted to share a couple of things which I learned over the last couple of days, weeks, getting back into Queen Charge Hybrid. And I have to say, I'm slowly getting better at it, but still, there are many things which I still have to work out. The first thing which I can tell you guys is always try to find a Queen Charge around the Town Hall. This is most of the time working the best. But why exactly is that the case? Because for most bases, it's enough if you can take down the Town Hall, the Clan Castle, and maybe 1 or 2 expos or something which are staying behind the Town Hall. That's most of the time already enough to triple the base with Hybrid. And now you guys might think, why is this first off so broken? And second of all, why does this work? Like, you don't get too much value. And the point of this is that most of the people, and it's coming down once again, kind of similar to yesterday, it's coming down to the meta. And the meta right now is most of the attacks, and that's, like I said, the #1 strategy I think right now in Legend is still the Yetis. And you try to defend Yetis if people are like using them into the town hall with spring traps, right? Like with traps in general, spring traps, skeletons, skeleton traps, tornado traps, things like that. You try to defend that with those things, right? But if you queen charge those, like if you queen charge a spring trap, the queen won't get spring trapped away or anything. So the queen is staying on the ground, is staying in the base, which means you can trigger most of those traps with a queen charge for the town hall. That's pretty easy. So that being said, if you don't face any of the ground traps with your hybrid, obviously it's pretty easy to triple, right? So this is why it's so powerful if you can queen charge the town hall. Obviously it's not working on every single base, but this should be always the first thing which you should look for when playing queen charge hybrid in Legend. And especially on those diamond shaped bases, which I'm showing you right now, it's working pretty well. And one thing which I can recommend to you guys is abuse the super wall breakers if you have them active. And what do I mean by that? I mean the timing of super wall breakers and opening of walls. For example, as I did in the beginning of this video, my queen would have never ever stepped inside with this strange looking wall setup at the 3 o'clock side, right? But with adding the super wall breaker and making sure that the super wall breaker is opening the 3 o'clock side compartment, it's way more easy for me to obviously get the queen in there. And with this, I can queen charge the town hall, I can poison the super minions, and everything so far is looking alright. So this is kind of the next thing which I can give you as a tip. Do not underestimate the power and the creativity you have with the super wall breakers. You can do kind of nice things with those, and especially the base builder most of the time is not predicting that. For us on this end is, well, we did not really get too much value with the queen so far. We got the town hall, we got the clan castle. Those are most of the time key things. And after this, I just start with a hybrid. Like, I got 2 more air defenses, but to be honest, air defenses are not that powerful against hybrid. But that's most of the time already enough. The next thing what I'm doing is kind of sending in a wall break to somehow get my queen somewhere, which is not working that great. Now I'm sending everything in. I used the freeze too late, but I mean, it's town 13. You can swag a couple of spells, right? Now at this point, because I had to use the freeze, I'm kind of like realizing that I have to use my Royal Gem at some point as well. And now, well, the hybrid's getting into the base, is pushing through these scatter shots through the first one. There's the multi-inferno tower surrounded by a lot of Tesla. And, well, we just shear through that. We still have 1 more rage. I use 1 rage for my queen to get through that wall a bit more quicker. And that's basically it once again for the base. I mean, we have even, like normally on a queen charge hybrid, the Hawk Riders will die out eventually. But on this one, I still have Hawk Riders alive, which is crazy. Like normally those things die out. So 1 last freeze for the back end, and this is another triple for us. And like I said, once again, with the same idea as before, queen charge the town hall, get the town hall, save the warden ability with this, so we have the warden ability for wherever you want in the base. And now, once again, we have the same approach, but sometimes you need to be a little bit creative. Like, do not take the most obvious route to take down the town hall. For example, on this base, the most obvious thing to do would be, well, the queen charge into the clan castle compartment and try to go for the town hall, right? Sometimes you have to go a little bit more fancy. So sometimes you have to pick an angle which is not the obvious one. And this is kind of key because sometimes those queen charges obviously are baited because, like I said, queen charge hybrid is a really common thing right now in Legend. So that's something you have to take, like, always have in mind. Now the clan castle is coming out, and I know, like, this clan castle is freaking annoying, but I'm slowly but surely getting better at it, which is kind of nice for me, I guess. But yeah, it took some time, but at some point, like, I don't lose my queen that often anymore. So that's kind of nice. The next thing which I want to talk about, which is super underrated, is placing the king and the siege barracks correctly. This attack is the perfect example of how to not use your king and siege barracks. You want to have them on the outside. You do not want to have them on the inside for 2 reasons. First off, on the outside, they're getting out of the trash away, so the hybrid is staying inside. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if they go inside, they will kind of like stay behind the hybrid because obviously they have to go for walls and everything. And this being said, it's more likely that the warden is staying back, which is obviously a really bad thing because if the warden is staying back, the warden ability is not that easy to use. So, like I said, this is a huge important thing. Try to be careful with how you place your king and don't make things like I just did with your king and let him backtrack or something. You have to be kind of careful with that. So that's kind of the next tip which I can give to you guys. with the hybrid. And most of the other things, I think you already know. I mean, Queen Charge Hybrid is not a new strategy or anything like that. It's most pretty well-known strategy out there. That's another reason why people like to use it. And well, that's already it for today's video as well, because those were most of the tips which I want to share with you guys, which you might have not heard already with Queen Charge Hybrid. But that's basically it. I'm slowly but surely getting better at it again. Let me guys know which strategies you guys are using right now. And well, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one, for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.